Hey, how's it going today? Is 26th of May, Sunday, and we're taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities we can find. If anything, I'm interested in finances and what kind of investments UK is looking to make, and some of those investments would be into its defense. I think there's some problems with recruiting, right? So UK cannot recruit enough military personnel. So what they're doing is they're looking to bring back mandatory national services. Which is kind of great, I guess. If anything, I would like to encourage the case government to bring more engineers into that personnel. People that I spoke to and have engineering background, I would hire all those people. I want to say it's skills are very transferable into other areas, right? Other than that, I don't know what those people are going to be doing there. Perhaps other tasks, right? What if there would be investments made, and investments would be made into engineering stuff, and later on, transferable skills, and those people would be able easily to find other jobs, right? If at any point they would make a decision to do something else instead, right? If those Let's delve deeper into this article, right? So I guess I have started with my opinion. It's just an opinion, I guess. So we're looking at the entire budget and UK's decisions, and or there perhaps a little bit of pressure coming from the other governments and what other governments are doing, and what UK is doing, and or making some of these decisions, right? Let's delve deeper into this article and from there perhaps progress into statistics. Without perhaps, I haven't read this article, right? So worth mentioning, right? I don't want to get into politics, because the election, all this kind of things, right? So that's not the reason why I would be reading this article. Once that been said, well, a reason why I would be reading this article is investments, right? So we take a look at the entire budget and how to allocate the entire budget. I think it would be 2.5, and it would be billions, right? I think some of the places where they were highlighting that within the next 5 years, about 75 billion or so, I think it's way higher than that, 84 billion or so, would be invested into defense. If it would be UK's government gonna be looking to invest into defense, I'd like to encourage, if there's 30,000 engineers, great. You can have so many things done with that amount of engineers, right? I don't know other things that what they're gonna be looking to accomplish within this article, right? Which is a lot of opinions and more politics, right? That's not what I'm interested in. Once that been said, we can read this article, right? Even this article starts with parties, right? So if anything, what is an issue? Issue is currently case military is struggling to hire enough staff or personnel. That would be what actions people are looking to take. That would be bring back mandatory national services, and roughly set targets that would be between 18-year-olds would able to apply for one of the 30,000 full-time military replacements or volunteer one weekend on month carrying out community services, right? So the placements, 30,000, right? So what it could those people could do anything, right? But if my opinion, encouraging more engineering staff, right? If not right now, the trend is that the best engineers, perhaps those people would win battles, right? Once that has been said, we can progress. Again, they keep highlighting, well, who is the party and what those parties going to be doing. Well, but myself, I'm not that interested in those kind of things, other than the cost about 2.5 billion as desperate and all unfunded. I don't know about 2.5 billion, but I guess that's how much it can potentially cost. The entire budget is way higher than that, so I don't think finance would be an issue when it comes to the defense. It's never been defense and finance. It's never been an issue. If anything, what if there's a volunteer or these kind of things, and people like to learn some of those skills and receive training, engineers Here you go. You can reduce perhaps university fees and all these kind of things, right? And perhaps receive a lot of training and working with very expensive equipment. So I guess I'm promoting it now. The way how entire article is written, it's not why I'm interested in. Perhaps there's a lot of people I'm pushing. These people are pushing their opinions down the throats of the people reading or listening and or watching similar news articles, all this kind of things, where there are a lot of opinions. Almost every single sentence will start with some political party having opinion on this subject. I guess I'm not taking part in any of this. I'll share a screenshot of this article. I myself, I won't be taking part in political parties' agendas. I guess I'm not interested in that. Let's come back to perhaps statistics and let's see if we might be able to find some of the statistics on what's happening right now in the military. I have spent a little bit of time trying to understand it, so I guess I can I can bring my own or share my own opinions with some of the companies and recruitment companies and some of those contracts currently, and some of the changes that the military is undergoing right now. They can always do better, I would say, but there's some companies, and perhaps if you're interested in offering recruiting services, and if you have, or if you're interested in this kind of contracts, perhaps that would be an opportunity there. Even that would be an opportunity, right? But let's come back to perhaps what kind of statistics might be available for general public. So there was a parliamentary hearing, right? Perhaps that would be a good point to mention before taking a look at the statistics, right? Uh, how many people are leaving military services and how many people are being hired, right? I think a trend, I can't remember exact numbers. I think for one recruited, four people are leaving for every single one. So that's a trend. So you need to change this trend and how they can do it, make it mandatory, so to say, right? I would say perhaps what skills people can gain with military perhaps, so that's something that's worth taking a look at. That's why I'm highlighting engineering as well. But either way, let's progress and let's finish perhaps this article that with the cuts in British Army has been its size fall from more than 100,000. So that's the numbers that I remember. Perhaps 5 years ago or so, it was close to 90,000 or 100,000, right? And they would say 2010. Okay, so I think these numbers are kind of accurate, so to say, but to around 73,000 or 200,024. So this is perhaps that's a personnel, but I don't know. I don't know how accurate these numbers are, right? As well as what this personnel is doing, right? So that's a big difference there. And if you're just running in the field, I guess that's a start, right? But these people can do a lot more and earn and or learn a lot more while they are being there, right? So from there, let's progress into statistics. Let's take a look at Ministry of Defense and that will be national statistics and some of the personnel statistics, right? And this is information. If I can access this information, everyone can access this information. I would say, so it's right, available, right? So quote unquote, right? The public provide information of number of military personnel defined as a strength joining intake and or leaving outflow. Of the case, armed forces details are provided for both full-time armed forces, AF, and reserves. Further statistics can be found in Excel tables, right? So it more or less it might be accurate, but perhaps that will reflect exact numbers, right? But since all the numbers are way higher over here, right, compared to what we just read, right? So I'm not entirely sure what they mean by that. Perhaps these statistics that we're gonna take a look at in just a second, that will be not active personnel, right? So a lot of things, right? And all I'm trying to understand these numbers, right? Let's progress into those numbers. Let's take a look at the first point. That would be key points and trends, right? So that would be 183,000 that the strength of UK forces service personnel. Okay, okay. Next number that would enter that would be 1st of January 2023. Decreased of 7,000, that will be 4% since 1st of January. So 7,000. So there's a lot, perhaps there's a lot of issues that I'm not aware of, even though I have listened to parliamentary hearing during which they have highlighted strict guidelines and standards that currently UK's military try to uphold, right? So one of the issues, as well as some of the companies taking on hiring processes and some of the processes the people would need to undergo in order to take part in and or become a service personnel. So there's a lot of things, but either way, trend is moving downwards, and we're taking a look at 4% down, right? And the next one would be 130,000 full-time trained and full-time trained army, and decrease of 3.8 thousand, and that would be 3%. So since 2023, so even there, they cannot hire. So there's a lot of issues there. Perhaps people should take a look at why that's happening. Even though I listened to parliamentary hearing, if that's the numbers, 7,000, close to 4,000, there's more to it. Let's progress. 10,600, and that would be people joined the regular armed forces, right? Decreased of 890, that would be 8%. Even that's a big issue, right? So some of the waiting times, there could be sometimes 6 months, 12 months. So there's a lot of issues, a lot of issues currently in the process, right? Only things that I know is the things that was highlighted during parliamentary hearing. Only things that I know. Nothing else. That would be 16,100 people left the regular armed forces. A decrease of 8, or that would be 1%. Okay, okay. In period of 12 months. Okay, let's progress. 29,600. That is strength of the trained future reserves, and that would be a decrease of 940. That would be 3% since 1st of January 2023. Next one, that would be 3,800 people join future reserves, increase of 300. That would be 8%, which is great. So at least we have one upward. And that would be the last one, 9,550 people left future reserves. That would be a decrease of 350. That would be 6%. Okay. So let's finish this video, right? I don't know all the trends. I don't know everything what's happening, right? I'm looking as an outsider, so they say, right? And I'm looking to share my opinion. If I can reach out to the team and fill in the form, I would like to encourage. I don't know if it's worth. I think people are already very busy within all these departments. I would like to express my views where tax money are being allocated when it comes to defense. I would like to encourage Ministry of Defense and what kind of skills they can give to a staff when it comes to engineering, and perhaps later those people, after they finish their services, they could be hired, right? Thanks for watching. See you next one.